Well, I submitted a couple of roadies, and if we do those, then we'll finish up and then maybe go back to head over to Linda's Lake Worth area and lead her in. She's still dealing with back roads because the highways make her nervous. I don't blame it. I don't blame her. Highways are nerve-wracking at times. I'm very familiar with the highway. I am the highway. Isn't that a Chris Cornell song? I am the highway. He'd write all his music while he was on the highway, or while he was in the car. Especially if he lived out in California, and we're always on the highway. All right, we got a Home Depot. It's about 3.8 miles from where I'm located right now. We are back in the game. I'm gonna have to turn though and see if these people are gonna be nice. Okay. Maybe they can read the force field app that's over me. In a different world. Oh, it's kind of scared me right there. In a distant planet where everyone has to work the gig economy and force fields form over cars. Anyway, I'm gonna turn all the way around this way, and pretty good show. The guy has a pretty complex apartment, way up there, 20 floors high, and likes laundry to be done. Pretty tough gig. Ultimately, I would say easier than most. Like, not difficult, but laundry's difficult because you're doing all the work and then you're dealing with laundry. So it's kind of a race on the dryer kind of thing. So on those, they should duration of 5 hours. They need to ask each one of those people, like, do you need laundry done? Okay. Do you have a dryer? Does your heat element in the dryer work? Things like that. Make sure the dryer works, you know. And also they need specific questions, like there was something on there called more dry that worked better than the other one, which was called time dry. So when you're dealing with a lot of clothing, don't use time dry, use more dry. Or it's like energy saver, more dry side. That worked out. But it kind of ran me backwards because the first dry everything was still wet. So I had to, go through that. Really cool apartment though, Gable 17. Got up there. I've done plenty of deliveries with them. So we're gonna hang tight on the secret Uber for a while. Ran into like this, those like mall cop kind of, the guys on their little rollers. But at the time, I was just filming footage. So I was telling them I did a documentary. He's like, do you have a permit? Like nowadays, when you got a phone and people are taking photos all over the airport, he was just being mean. Something probably happened to him and he was just being kind of a meanie. I wonder where this is going. Is this spinning me? Oh, this is spinning around to Arlington. I see what it's doing. So we're actually not going to the airport. We're going to go to Grand Prairie and pick up this Home Depot and drop it off. And then we'll head off. I'm going to throw in some Elliott Smith, old school. I was listening to Atom, Smashing Pumpkins, Atom. Pretty cool. All right, put it on a Elliott Smith Rarity mix. It's that one song that goes I think it's called Half Right, but it has like the cool picking. He always does the cool picking, the solemn, sad opening. Going back into traffic right up this way. The song that goes, I'm not used to coming through, more accustomed to falling out. It's the one that has that rhythm on it and that melody. I don't think it's Half Right. It's not Half Right. It's a different one, but it's on his rarities. I'll listen to it more and I'll get back. It says, I got your hopes up, set up high. air is thin. Still searching for the melody or the chorus. Sorry, he's hard. He's a hard one. And eventually, it's starting to come to me. Da, 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 and it's starting to come to me now. Something about too late. It's that one. Ba ba da ba ba da da da. It's that one. It's da 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 ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Come to me now. Wanna me. Start figuring you out. Okay, I'm trying to get to a Home Depot on Grand Prairie, and Apple just sent me down Post and Paddock in a circle. See, it's like sent me in a complete circle. So we're getting off Apple here. I don't know. We in or out? Don't know why. It went dead in there, and then we'll just keep going this way. Another 9 miles into Grand Prairie. We'll pick up the roadie and head over to Lake Worth after that. I think it takes me somewhere like, I don't remember, maybe Arlington. I think it's going from Grand Prairie to Arlington. Here it is up here. Go to the lakes. Oh, they're 55 plus though. Yeah, I gotta wait 5 years to get those. I'm 50 right now, so I'll check them out 5 years from now. Check out the lakes. They're over here in Grand Prairie. Been here before. Paperwork. The big one. I'm gonna have to move all the cleaning stuff to the back seat and put a lot of this in the trunk. I'm gonna try this tomorrow. See how we do on it. It's a little scattered because you have to find the orders. We'll have to see how we move everything from the trunk here. This stuff is like, what is this? Mulch? Premium mulch. not bad for 50. Not Tom Cruise, but not too bad. I get my jogging up. All right, let's go ahead and make the delivery. Then we'll head back. Lisa's chicken. It's Lisa's. And it's chicken. Linda just butt Facebook time, or a butt FaceTime. So she accidentally FaceTimed me and it was butt FaceTime, and I couldn't see anything, but I heard, here's marinara. So it's called butt FaceTime. It's like when you butt dial someone, you butt FaceTime them. Yeah, I coined that. Butt FaceTime. Almost there with your mulch. Now I'm going to head home and read some of my werewolf screenplay. I got to stop by and, I don't know, probably get some gas, get a dog, see if I can get Dollar General, pick up some supplies, get Kitty some wet food. Yeah, no problem. Just inside. Yes, please. This is one of our old original pizza places that's here in Texas. It's the Arlington version of it right here. But we're not gonna be doing food delivery. We're gonna be doing whoops, that's the turn off. We're gonna be doing like roadie style delivery, like probably like more Home Depots and stuff. Although there was a $24 Walmart one. We're gonna be heading back. Oh, that's a nice message. We'll keep that on. ocean of cars, glistening in the sunlight, glistening. It's like gla and listening at the same time. Glistening. These are kind of good for snacks too. It's one of those pure protein, which I thought was off the market. They had it at the Dollar General. It's 20 grams of protein. It's a little birthday cake thing. It tastes like a birthday cake. There's the Channel 11 tower. So we'll probably do maybe a scene from the werewolf movie. 10 pages or so in a moment, when I get back. Might be able to do a little reading. Probably about maybe 4 or 5 scenes need to be written towards the end. It's about at 150 pages right now, so I think it's about 200 page script. Give praise to the Lord, Isaiah 12:14. Probably about 200 page script or so, I'm thinking. When I show up. try to do a little 10-minute read of the werewolf movie tonight. I suffer, well, I mean, a lot of people suffer from anxiety. It's really just what it is. It's like it's not a strong connection with God, because if you have a strong connection with God, then you don't have really any anxiety. But, you know, those were like the greats, like Daniel or Paul, Apostle Paul. Luke probably didn't. Luke may have had a little bit. Paul, I think, had a little bit of anxiety. It's in some of the writing, but God helped him conquer most all that. I don't know where it comes from. You know, maybe it comes from me questioning God. And I think when I was about 18, I was an atheist, and I had a lot of anxiety. I had to go back to God to get rid of a lot of the, you know, fear. So if you don't have God, you live in fear. It's kind of a crazy thing. I'm gonna do the reading, but I have to kind of have things in place. I think I did a lot of the reading of Escape from Maine. I think I might have been on my own during some of that. And then the filmmakers, of course, I was on my own a lot of it. That's when I first met Linda. Was when I was finishing or kind of starting the middle of the filmmakers. I tried it. Okay, so here's my layout on my screenplays. I got another message, sorry. From when I got divorced in March 9th of 2019, if you can hear me. So The Projectionist was the first big project. I was cast as a version of Richard III in a stage play called The Richards. Daniel Lunt was in it, a bunch of other actors. For some reason, Daniel Lunt's character stuck out. His acting to me, was real, and especially for Shakespeare. He seemed to have a great kind of energy. So I befriended him, and I bounced ideas off The Projectionist, and Daniel fed me all this stuff, and I went home and I would write it. And I did that for not too long, maybe 2 or 3 months when I constructed it. It was an original idea that was only written out on a legal pad, and then I constructed it. We finalized it, and Daniel and I decided we were going to approach a feature. That was that. Okay, so I think during this time, I finished up The Projectionist, and I was writing songs every night. So I'd write songs, and then I worked on 3 plays. I worked on Hidden Drive, Russian Butterfly, and In Store. And then I'll tell you how I'm going to do a shot of this right here. Okay, so I did Hidden Drive, Russian Butterfly, and In Store. Those are the 3 plays. And then after that, I decided to move from Colinas Ranch. And I left Colinas Ranch and went to a place called the Mansions at Sunset Ridge in Carrollton. And I did a short film there where I wrote called it basically is like a list of things that you check off when you're going into an apartment. It's on my Internet Movie Database. I did a short film of that called golly, man. Anyway, so I did that short film. It wasn't scripted. It was mostly a monologue. It was like a scenario written. And then I started working on The Filmmakers. Well, I touched up The Projectionist, and we actually attempted to make it. I got a hold of an actress named Natalie Jones, and then Daniel Lunt, his brother Ryan Lunt, who was a stand-up. Well, he was doing stand-up comedy off of Addison. We kind of all joined forces, and we were going to do The Projectionist. So we did like scenes from it and test runs, and Daniel would come over, and we would do scenes in the neighborhood of him kind of walking around as Adair Martin. Okay, finished that. Then I got into the Filmmakers and I met Linda. So I finished the Filmmakers, and Daniel was going to be a part of that too. He was going to play the ghost character in it. It was about a writer writing kind of like a comedy kind of thing, and then he was playing like a ghost, and it was a comedy, and then there was a female character, and I finished that. Then afterwards, I eventually moved. I think I worked on one play. It was kind of a secret play called Electric Bell Rises. Haven't released that anywhere. And I ended up moving to Fort Worth, and that's whenever I started Escape from Maine, the screenplay. And then, okay, now also when I was in the Carrollton Mansions at Sunset Ridge, I also began Grace, and that was about 3 years ago. So it was starting off as a fighting film. I wanted to get a reason to get into shape, and I started jogging around and do all this stuff, and it turned into a werewolf film, and that's what Grace is. I was going to do a reading of it tonight. That's not all of it. I've done more. There were a few more plays, and then maybe another attempt at a screenplay. Several poems. I started a band called the TheColeandLindaFilmmakerBand. Linda was part of it, and it was also called. It started off as the Linda and Cole band. Now it's going to be eventually Beautiful Peace Child, and we did that. So I wrote maybe, I don't know, 100 songs, maybe 50 to 100 songs. They're all on SoundCloud. So I went through all that, and it was a lot of work. It was a lot of fun too, but it was a lot of work. And I'm trying to think of what that one screenplay. I can look out. The one short film, I can look it up on Internet Movie Database. It means the same thing as when you're checking in to an apartment. Oh, I can just, it's right on the tip of my tongue. I want to say Factum, but I'm thinking of Charles Bukowski. Information or something like that. It's form. Yeah, it has the word form in it. It's what you fill out whenever you check the apartment. I know the form is in it. I'll look it up later. It was called Inventory and Condition Form. Inventory and Condition Form. Did that short film when I moved in. Also, before all that, I did three short films and a feature called Once in a Lifetime, and then The Way From Now Until Morning, The Way of Man, and that side I did that too. Using the shield to protect herself from the moon. It's not a full moon yet though. But oh, never mind.
One moment, please.
She thought it was for a second.
One moment, please.
Naval cargo. Oh, they're making a left right there. Pretty quiet for a big plane like that. They're gonna go pretty much like in the sunset. They always find me and go like right over me. I think my GPS is on too. You're going to Taco Bell?
Yeah, watch right here.
All right. I think they just like being on a channel. Those are probably maybe also equipped with the gunnery. Yeah, he's going pretty low. Yeah, you can see the one gun coming down. Barely trucking. Right behind lube and detail. I think I want to have a white horse and a black horse in Grace. I like that idea. White and black. Sounds like a possibility.